Alrighty, and we are rolling. We did it this time. Took a little convincing, but we got her on.
Yes,
She's a
finally.
model, an actress, a dancer, and especially a singer. She's already had a number one song on Disney Radio, and she's just getting started. Introducing Kayden Muller.
Hi.
A pleasure. Pleasure to have you on. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Me. Let's see. Okay, so growing up, I was kind of the oddball of my family. Everybody in my family rode horses and everything, and I just wanted to go sing and act. So I started in theater as a little closer. Sorry. I started in theater as a kid and then really got into singing and acting. And I went to a showcase camp in LA, got my agent, and it kind of just took off from there. I mean, there's nothing really special about me. Just finishing school and just trying to do the best I can with my career, I guess.
That's what's
She's
up.
being modest, to say the least.
Being modest.
Out of all the time I've known you, you are very modest and you're a very down to earth person. Like I know a lot of people that have clout and that have big things going and they're all up in space with their head, but you're pretty down to earth, so that's
Down to
good.
earth. I didn't even
That's
know you
good.
had clout till today.
That's what I mean. Like a lot of people like meeting me, like I don't tell anybody really about my moves. Like unless if you ask me and you really want to know, I'll tell you what's going on. But I'm never the person to be like, hey, what's up? I'm like here doing big things, like shoving it in people's face because I was just raised differently. Like I have a foreign mother. Like she was raised in a very strict family in the middle of the Netherlands. So it's like
Wow.
the way she grew up, it
That's
was
how
kind
you
of
grew
like exactly.
In their
So
own world.
yeah, and it's very she teaches us to be very humble and never brag about things and put other people down because we're all equal. You know what I mean? Doesn't
I love
matter.
that. I love that. No, that's good. I actually have a couple friends like that. That you really couldn't tell that they're famous unless you look at their stuff or that they have clout. I have a lot of friends that are like that, and it's actually like it's humbling of an own. Like it kind of wears off on you. It goes, now when you're just getting started, it's nice to be humble. So now when you're really up there, you're still humble.
I'm still a server right now. Like I'm doing this all this acting and singing and everything, but I still have a like 9 to 5 job, literally. And it's just because like everybody needs money, right? Like I'm trying to save up to buy my own first car, like not my parents paying for that because I don't, you know what I mean? I was raised differently.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to work hard for the things that you want. And like I don't care if I have this huge image of like a singer and an actress who's about to be like on Disney. Like I would rather be known as like I was a server even while doing my career. So then when I blow up, it's like she was an average person. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry. I forgot. I forgot already.
It's okay. Even if it goes in a couple times, not a big of a deal.
Okay. Just
You're
like
doing good though.
you're very personable.
No, I love it though. I
Yeah.
love it because it goes to show that we're all the same one way or another, regardless of where we came from and where we started and how hard we worked. We're all the same. Like just like celebrities, like Adam Sandler is a great example of this. He's someone who you look at him and the way he dresses.
What?
And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And
I
love
see
it.
so many memes on Instagram of
I-
that
he's
dude.
my favorite actor and one of my favorite celebrities. I fucking love him
I
to death,
grew off of Adam Sandler.
bro.
Like,
It's
Sundays,
really,
Comedy Central, like them reruns would save my life. I'm not even gonna lie.
I swear, bro. Grown ups. Oh my god, bro. Click. There's so many movies that I watch. I've watched every single one of his movies, but he's really humbling. Like I really like to like. Sometimes he goes to like the local basketball parks and
Hey, yo,
plays
he be
basketball.
hooping. He be hooping for real though. Hey.
Did you see that one video of him like going to IHOP or something
Yeah.
and then ended up leaving because he didn't want to wait for 15 minutes or something?
If I was the guy serving, I would have told everyone, "Yo, get the background." Oh.
That would have been me too. But the girl didn't even realize that it was him.
Because you just
You can't tell.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is.
I like how he is, though. I like how he is. He's great. He really is. Okay. Yeah. Now I have a couple questions I want to get into. So, one that I wanted to dive into, like, what brought you your inspiration for creating your song "Kiss Kiss Baby"? Like, what really sparked that to become a number one most played song on Disney Radio?
So, really funny fact. I released that when I was 15, turning
Yeah, that was a
16.
while ago.
Wow.
But I originally recorded that song when I was 13.
13.
So yeah, so like 13 turning 14. And at that time,
How old you are now?
oh, I'm 19 now. I keep saying 18, but I'm 19. My birthday just came, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, but basically I was living in LA for 2 months, I believe, and I was under this other management, and they hooked me up with this guy named Dustin Atlas. And that was the first producer I ever worked with. And still to this day, like my recent single that's going to be coming out soon, still he produced the whole thing, like wrote it with me. It was a really fun time. Yeah, I do. There's no release date yet. No 100%. There's still.
Any sneak peeks or anything? We get a teaser. We get a name.
I'll give you the name. It's called Boy, which is like so funny because already the two of my other songs are kind of like about relationships and like love or like not love. But it was like, I can't tell you guys anymore, but it's really exciting and I'm excited. But yeah, anyways, going back to what I was saying, what inspired that is that I was living in LA for 2 months, I guess. I hooked up with him, and during that time I met this boy named JG Lambert, who I'm going to call out because I'm kind of mad because he blocked me recently when I went to LA. So if he sees this, you're in trouble. Anyway, so at the time he was like my first boyfriend out there, and we broke up because I had to go back to Florida, and it was just really like me expressing myself through that song, and also just like it was a little bit of inspiration from that, but also just writing in general. You know what I mean? Like growing up listening to the radio, like hearing all my favorite artists and just really taking inspiration from that. And just, I mean, because at the time, like being 13, 14, you're not really in love. You know what I mean? So I can't really be like, kiss, kiss, baby, all this stuff I know about relationships. Why are you breaking my heart? Because I don't. You know what I mean? At that time, I didn't. But it was really just having my first boyfriend and going through that really inspired the rest of the song. And it was really shocking when the single came out and it went that high, you know, on the charts, even with Radio Disney, Music Choice, everything, because that's a first single. You know what I mean? And
big deal.
yeah, and being the age that I was and it going that far, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing. I need more. And then it was just, it was crazy. And then after that, I just started writing more and more. And a lot of my songs are about love, which I just realized.
Well, I can see it. I mean, you definitely seem like someone who's really in touch with your emotions. Like you seem, I could tell a lot of great rappers, singers, actors, influencers, whatever. The ones that are really, really good at their job are the ones that are really in touch with their emotions and really use their craft that reflects how they feel. Like, for example, I'll give you one here. Robert Downey Jr. I've said this before in the last one. His characters that he plays like portray who he is, and that's what makes it so good. And something like a singer, like a great artist, I would say something like I just listened to 24K Golden. Like I don't know if you ever who he is.
I know who he is, but I don't listen.
He's really good. I like him because all of his songs are based off of like real experiences and stuff, and you could really feel the lyrics coming off of them. So I feel like I could see that in you. You know, you seem like you got a lot of personality.
I try my best. I feel like writing is really about telling a story and how you feel, and whether or not it's like actually telling a story and you're saying all the things that happened, or it's just kind of implying to what happened. Either way, it still has emotions behind it and it has a meaning. And I feel like when you're writing a song for a purpose, it's a lot better song. It's a lot better of a song than just writing something that is just you're not feeling. You know what I mean?
100%. I
And
couldn't agree anymore.
So like, take me through like the writing process. Like, how do you like for Kiss Kiss Baby, you had a experience that made you go ahead and make that song, and it became a hit. But like, if you were just trying to go for like a different genre or a different field or experimenting, like what would you go ahead and do? Like,
that's a really good question, actually, because I feel like for every artist, it's really different, the writing process, just because everybody's brain is different and everybody's been through different things. So, for instance, me, it's very spontaneous, unless if it's planned for me to like write in the studio. But like, let's say I feel really sad that day and I just need something to release myself. I will immediately go on YouTube and I will like be like, SZA type beat 2021, and I'm like, all right. And then I just feel something and I just start writing. And I can write it without music too, but it's like when you feel that music and the words are just flowing to your head, yeah, you just want to write. And that's really how it starts for me, because we'll take that sample beat and then I'll give it to a producer and then they remake it. That it doesn't sound like the same as the beat, but what I'm like looking for. Does that make sense? And that's really, I mean, that's the writing process for me. I mean, most of the songs that I've written have been started from me feeling emotional about something, or angry, sad, heartbroken, whatever it is, you know what I mean? And it just starts from there and spills out on a pen and
That's
paper.
what makes you so efficient. I mean, you only have, I've seen like 2 songs, Walk and Kiss Kiss Baby. I don't know if you have any more released.
I don't have any more released, but I have so many.
But I know they're in there somewhere.
Yeah, the
they're written
archives.
down. I could tell because someone like you just seem really efficient. You seem like when you have something, it's gonna be a banger. Like, I mean, you're 2 for 2 already.
2 for 2.
Look at you.
Thank you.
But I mean, speaking of Walk, I was looking at the video. I watched it
The music video, yeah.
like twice.
What'd you think? First of all, before
it was good. Like, it was very creative. Like, I'm not gonna like the actual music video itself with the lyrics as well. Like, it was like you and then another you. You know, like did you come up with that idea, or like did like the dude like it's like, oh yeah, this might be a banger? Like, do you give ideas out and then they work with you?
So for Walk, that was actually really different for me, because even my recent video that I just shot, I directed the whole thing myself, wrote it myself, and same with Kiss Kiss Baby. But with Walk, it was a little bit different because I was working with a team. Oh gosh, they're gonna kill me. I don't remember their company name. I'm sorry, Cole. I'll tell you guys after, yes, because like they need credit. But I worked with a bunch of amazing people, and it was like a director, a videographer, like stylist, everything. And I kind of just pitched the idea, and they took over from there. So for Walk, it was like I pitched them. I was like, I'm really thinking, like, I'm talking to this guy, we're arguing in the house, and like there's this like kind of subconscious self that's there, like trying to tell him how I really feel, but like I can't. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. It's like me saying my true feelings to him, but he can't see it because I'm hiding it on the inside. So you see this one character of me, like, oh sorry, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting. It's so hard because I'm so animated.
It's good.
I'm kidding. No, anyway, so yeah, but it was just really, I was like, okay, so there's myself who's arguing with this guy, but you know when you're arguing with somebody, you feel different emotions than what you're actually saying, because you don't really want to say something that's either going to hurt their feelings or say something that's going to go too far, but then you have your inside voice that's telling you like, no, tell that guy.
Oh, so you hold back when you're arguing. I say too much. I'm someone who talks a lot more than they should. And I find that out after. That's why now I'm super patient. Like, if I'm arguing with someone, I'm like, let me take a couple hours or minutes to just wait. People always think I leave them unopened. I'm not. I'm just taking time to think.
Yeah.
But that's how I am.
I used to really be bad. Like, that's why in growing up, like, I kind of learned that, like, you can't really solve situations by just, like, saying the meanest, like, whatever you're feeling in that moment, because you're going to end up regretting it. And being in, like, a 2-year relationship, going through pretty heavy stuff, and then jumping into, like, a 9-month relationship after, it was kind of like almost a learning lesson to not do that stuff. So it was just like in Walk, it was kind of actually about the relationship that I was in, and there were certain things that I was kind of scared to say because of his initial reaction at the beginning. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's like that's pretty much what I'm saying in the music video. That's it.
I mean, it's really good. Like, it works like how Dillon said. Some people say too much, and then you say
enough.
People say too little. So like, you know, each person had that little demon in the back. Like, yo, you gotta go wild.
Exactly, bro. And it's just also, I don't know, it was a really fun video to shoot. We had an extra too, like this girl who kind of filled my spot in for me when we needed to have 2 different people. She was actually the winner of like Alaska or something. Like, what is it called? Yeah, it's something like that. And she was an actress in LA, but it was just really cool to work with everybody, and it was fun. She's actually really pretty. Shout out to Brooke, I think her name is. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. Fly out from LA. Yeah. Wait, he was like, wait, no. That's really.
We just started. I can only imagine how far we're gonna come. I mean, we have 300 subscribers, and we just started. Like, we've posted 6 videos. Really haven't done a lot. We have one video that has 200 plus views. One that has 100. We just started, and got Javi on, got you on. We want to have both of you on too.
Oh gosh, that would be so hectic. Me and Javi are just crazy personalities together. Like, we work.
Like, your personalities like bounce off the wall, but that's what we love on the set. You know,
That'll be great. Yeah.
We're very loud and very animated. I was watching the video with Javi, and I was like, why is he so monotone? I was like, why is he being so serious? Javi, I know. I think you want, of course, like, I get it. He wanted to be serious, and this is no hate to Javi. I love you so much, but you are so funny and so outgoing. So I was watching, and I was just like, damn. Okay, Javi. I was like, we're acting all serious. I was like, should I come on here and be like serious too? I'm like, I don't know.
Hey, to his defense, we were throwing some heavy questions.
We were. Our questions were really
we were
heavy.
throwing some heavy questions.
They were. Yeah. Those were some really broad questions that we're throwing.
Yeah, but you know.
No hate to Javi. I love you to death.
I still do it.
I definitely do feel you though when we were talking about the whole like writing based off of like relationships and emotions thing. Because I actually just started writing a book, and that was like, that only goes when I feel what I'm feeling. So I'll write like sex. I'll write sex. I'll write 6 to 7 pages, maybe 6 to 10, depending on like when I'm feeling something. And I'll only do that when I'm feeling something. So if I'm not feeling, I'm not going to write it.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of locked in here, and whatever I do with it is whatever I do. So that's my release. So like when I feel something, I'll go on there and spill. So. You know, I mean, I was in a relationship for 2 years, like 6-7 months ago, maybe. So,
I remember who was. Never mind, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways,
no, like,
I haven't seen her in a long time, but
yeah, no, she's. I think she might watch these. I don't know. She's seen a couple of them. I did talk to her not too long ago. She's doing pretty good. So there's no things.
No bad blood.
No.
Okay, good. I think I saw her at a shoot with Liv a while ago.
You probably did.
I think it was like, I don't even remember. I just remember seeing her face, and I saw her somewhere. That was it. Anyway, sorry. Guys, I have extreme ADD, and I also tend to ramble. So if I'm taking too long on a question, please let me know.
We will.
Like, literally.
But you know, Dylan, you were talking about how you're writing a book. Actually, I'm pretty proud of you. You know.
Thank you. Dylan writing a book, I mean, that's a weird thing. That's really.
Can you tell me anything about it?
I don't know how much I can say about it yet, but it's just, I mean, it's really. I'll give you the title, if I can find it somewhere in here. It's on here. Okay, so it's called "My Battle Against Mental Health and My Journey to Self-Happiness." Basically, it's about just like it's just kind of my background on like what I went through as a kid, because I've gone through a lot. Like, I don't really like to talk about my personal problems. This book is somehow going to talk about all of them. That's kind of scary for me because I don't like to tell people stuff that I don't think should hear it, but I feel like it could help other people. So that's kind of the reason why I'm doing it. I just feel like people could learn from it, and they could really benefit themselves on how they go throughout life, and how they deal with depression or anxiety or ADD or ADHD or whatever thing it is that they're dealing with. So it's kind of like a story and also a how-to. So.
Damn, that's a really cool, actually, and that should help out a lot of kids, because honestly, right now, being on social media and everything, it's almost like cool to be depressed. Like, what? Like, so it's like almost opening up about that. And I know it's really personal too, but like opening up about that might be healing for you, but also other people. Yeah. And it's like, especially me growing up, I got bullied really bad, was depressed for a really long time. Like, bullied? Oh my God, so bad. I was like a loser. Nobody liked me.
And that's what's going to make you so bad. I'm telling you right now.
Nobody liked me. I wore like big, like vibrant color bows in my hair in middle school. I don't know.
You're so lovable. Like, I mean, you have like such a loving personality. Like, you walk in the room and you're just that light.
Thank you for that. Actually, that.
You know, it just made you better.
So I mean, It had me.
No, for real though, like that for me, like like because my name's Ash, like really it's Ashcard. Like I'm in Royal Palm, I went to PVC, you know what I'm saying, like everyone's like, oh, hey, you doing, John? Oh, what's up, Ashcard? Like like, and then like I would pull up Ashy too, so like it was just like
he said I'll pull up Ashy.
So like that's why I feel like my people skills started my origin story.
You've grown a lot. I mean, you were a little knucklehead, but it's great to see how people have grown.
Origin story, man, because I had to. They'll joke me. I had to get back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be in the middle of class with my ashy knees, just like, don't mess with me, man, please.
Don't mess with me. Oh my gosh, that's actually kind of funny though. No, like not to bully you, but that's like kind of funny.
I got you.
Shoot, getting all tangled. Entanglement. Wait, sorry, that just reminds me of Will and Jada. Anyways.
I like it though. I mean, I like how some people get bullied and they're just kind of like in their own little corner, and I like how you're not like that. I mean, you really like you're just personality shining all over you, so that's good. Don't let anyone walk on you. Kick them in the fucking nuts.
It's hard to contain. It's hard to contain. I've always been like this since a kid. I mean, the bullying just helped me reel it in more, I guess you could say. Like, I didn't want to be as loud and as outgoing as I was when I was younger. But then, like, growing up, I just stopped caring. Like, I learned that people were going to either like me or not like me either way. So what was the point of, like, trying to...
Be yourself.
Exactly.
It's just situational, though. Sometimes it's better to be a little more reserved.
In a situation, like, you gotta be reserved sometimes.
Well, like, I'm not going to be in the middle of, like, a fancy party and be like, oh yeah, let's do that. No, not gonna happen. But anyway.
Pick your battles.
Exactly.
I like that we
went on a tangent.
Yeah, we did, but let's get back on track. So talking about social media, like, how important is social media to you?
God. Okay, so as you can see, if you look on my Instagram, I post very sporadically.
Oh, I can tell.
Sometimes I'll post 3 things 3 days in a row. Then I won't post anything for a month.
Like 5 years.
Yeah. Like I haven't released music in a year and a half. So it's really how I'm feeling. No, I'm kidding. So it's really important, honestly, if you want to have like a serious acting and singing career, because I'm telling you, having a big following on Instagram or YouTube, especially TikTok now for acting is crucial.
Yeah.
Like if you have 2 actors and one has 4,000 followers like me, and then one has 100K and like is established, has fans, all that, they're going to pick that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really, I know it's important to have like a good social media. That's why I have like a team, like a social media team to help me out. But I am not good at it. Like I am not good at it.
I'm telling you right now, if you did social, I barely see you on it. If you did social media more, you would already be like where I can promise you right now, 5-10 years from now, or however long it is, you will be up there. Like I just have a feeling. Like I'm telling you, like you're a lot different than most people. Like whether you realize it or not. Like me, when I look in the mirror, I can tell I'm different than other people. I know a lot of people don't think the way I do.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people don't think the way he does.
Yes, sir.
That's why we're doing this, and not a lot of people are. But I can see the same thing in you. A lot of people that I go through, that I talk to, I can tell. They got their own roles in life, and they do their own thing. But you, I can tell, like you're gonna go really far in what you do. You just gotta get grab the bull by the balls and go
Keep
for
pushing.
Yeah. My manager has been on my ass for like 2 years, like being like, come on, Kayden, let's post more. I'm like, I don't feel pretty enough to post this picture because my face is side. Like, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my music, acting, like anything. So when it comes to posting on Instagram, like if I don't like the photo, like I won't post it. And that sounds really bad because I'm not like, oh, like everything. Like I need to look perfect. I am perfect. Like I don't think like that. But when it comes to Instagram, like I just don't see the point in posting it if I don't like the picture.
Yeah,
Does
I get that.
Yeah,
I'm the same way. Like if something's, I want something to be done right, and if it's not done right, I'm not gonna do it at all.
Yeah.
So he's like that too.
Yeah, we're pretty similar.
It's like when I go all out, I have a photo shoot, I have makeup on, and like it's all or nothing, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, I feel like my content, like the more pretty I look, the more whatever, sexy. I have more people like liking my stuff. And I don't really like that because I don't like being sexualized at the same time. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, here I am, so pretty. But I have to at the same time because then I lose followers. And that's really annoying because I don't want to be like that.
I feel like if you do you have a TikTok?
I do.
Okay. How many followers do you have on there?
Don't even ask. No, I'm kidding. I have like 300 on one, 15 on one, and then 0 on this count that I just
feel
started.
like if you did, for a short period of time, I was TikTok famous. I got like 90,000 followers at one point, and then I just kind of stopped using it because I got bored. But it's just not for me. Like I said, some things are for some people, some aren't. And I know, preaching to the choir here, I was saying to be on social media more to make your brand better. But for you, if you focused on it, I feel like if people really got to know your personality, I'm telling you, I feel like you go flying off the charts so fast. So just find something like in TikTok that makes you happy and just do it daily.
I've tried so hard. I've done singing videos. I've done ugly to pretty transitions. I've done comedy skits. I've done acting like videos, you know. Oh my God. What do you people want from me? Okay. Like, I don't. Like, I
Tyrese right here.
I have posted so many TikToks and I'm just like, please make me go. No. Like, my friend Corinne had like so many views from like being pretty. Audrey Sienna, like my Adriana Sienna, not Audrey. Don't call her Audrey Sugarman. I literally am so mad sometimes because like she'll post one thing and then it just goes viral. And I'm just like, you know how long and how much time I take to make TikToks? And it's just like nothing. That's why I just gave up on it.
That sucks about it, but I do follow a lot of people that work hard on them and it pays off eventually in the long run. You just got to be unique. Like you got to find your own craft and then like just bam, put it out there. Like it's just going to take time though, whatever it is, but
one day. Maybe not today, not tomorrow, but
eventually.
Day. One day.
Branching off of that, like, it's the exact opposite. Like, you know, people use social media just to build their business, but like, what you feel about the
downsides,
the clout chasers,
and the overuse of social media? Yeah. How do you feel about the negatives of social media? I mean, what do you think personally?
Social media, clout chasers. You know what's really funny? Every single time I travel, New York, Europe, California, anything, if I post any of my moves, I have people from like middle school who bullied me still talk bad about me to this day to their friends, thinking that I don't know what they're saying, and still have the audacity to hit me up like we're friends and be like, oh, let's hang out when you get back. Like, it just makes me mad because they don't support me till they see me making moves. And that's why I don't post anything, because it really helps me pick and choose who's really there to support me and who's not. And I'm not saying you have to be calling me up 24/7 in order to be my friend. Like, there's certain things that you can do without even talking to your friends for months that just shows you're supportive of what they're doing and their life. So it's just, as I said, I don't really like social media in general, just because the way some people have, like, the way we have to represent ourselves sometimes, but it's also just, yeah, I don't like clout chasers. I don't like the negative side of social media at all. That's all I'm going to say.
That sucks so much because you need social media. And I feel the same way. Sometimes I just want to release and just get away from it, but you need it. Yeah. I mean, it sucks. Like, I literally need it to post my brand and to post our podcast stuff, and you need it to post your music. And sometimes I just want to get away from it, but it's not always that easy.
And like, I'm not gonna say I exactly like hate everything about social media, because there'd be no way for us to get in contact with our fans or just people in general without it. So it's like, that's very important, very crucial. But I'm saying like the downside of social media can be really bad. Like, even cancel culture right now, like, you say one thing that's not even meant a certain way and you're like, everything's blown over. So that's why I just like,
pack your bags. You gotta go.
You're done. It's a wrap. We literally talked about this on our second podcast. It was, the whole topic was cancel culture. And I mean, we dove into it so deep, but I mean, it's crazy to see how bad it's gone. People are so sensitive. Like, comedians can't even say stuff anymore in their own, like, you know what Patreon is? It's a new Patreon. It's a new like social media thing used for like celebrities and influencers, so they can say their own stuff on their own terms, because people pay to see them. So it'll only be their fans watching them, so they can't get canceled. So that's the whole problem. People are fucking leaving YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. They're leaving now to go to Patreon. So now supporters have to pay to see their favorite
Content creator.
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
And just,
kind of
like, get
smart.
canceled. It
I mean,
is.
that's kind of smart.
It's a
Not
very
gonna
good minded
lie, but it's just because like I've even some of my friends like out in LA who I'm definitely not gonna name. I've seen them literally say something as a joke, and it wasn't even in an offensive like way at all. And like it was kind of like a racist term, I guess you could say, but it wasn't really racist because it's like I don't know how to explain it, but like somebody, I guess it was like a video, it got exposed, and that person literally got canceled and hasn't really been on social media since. Like, had to make a new account, everything. And it wasn't even like bad because it had to do with like who we are. Like, we're both mixed, you know what I mean? And it was just like, I don't know, taken and blown out of proportion. And that's why it's just really important right now, like especially with any career you have in this type of industry when it comes to social media, you have to be careful with your words.
100%.
Like it's so bad. Anyways.
It sucks. Like I watch a lot of people do so much, and then one thing they do wrong, and they're done. Just like David Dobrik. I mean, what he did was not. There's really no. There's. I can't really defend him. No one really can. He did what he did. He knows what he did. He owned up to it. But I mean, ever since then, he's been like gone. Like I mean, there's really not
I'm
much.
not familiar with that situation.
Basically, I mean, do you want to explain it? I feel like you might.
It pretty much it was just a lot of his friends kind of just stopped being friends with him because he was making them do these like crazy stunts for YouTube and they were getting really hurt. And then what else? Like his friends were just ex friends were exposing him.
He made like this guy do stuff with girls, and they called it rape.
I did not hear about
That's why he got canceled because that whole situation. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So that's why
Hey,
he's been all
censor out the R word. I don't want to get
ape.
flagged.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ape.
Yeah.
Okay,
Grape.
but basically that happened, and it got. I mean, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
the first thing he ever did, and he's done. So I mean, it sucks because people can't even make a comeback from what they did, despite some people. Hashtag Logan Paul. I like Logan Paul. But I mean, like he's a good example of that. I mean, someone who defeated cancel culture. People used to hate him, and now people are starting to like him more. But you could tell he's changed a lot. But I mean, someone like David, it sucked because he was a great creator. He was very unique, and now he's just gone just because one little thing, and people won't.
Yeah, and also there's a lot of lies and fake news. There has been a lot of people who've gotten canceled over people setting them up when it's not even like that, taking messages and cropping them and making it seem like something else. And like it's crazy how your whole life can be over just because someone decides that they're just like, okay, I'm gonna mess this person over and just like try to get them in trouble and expose them because I'm jealous of the popularity they
Yeah.
have.
Of their success.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. It really is crazy to see how far this has come. Like when it comes to our society, and how sensitive people.
I mean, some people just work so hard and then it's over like this, and it's really hard to fathom that
Yeah.
how anybody can do that.
This is literally why I don't comment anything negative. I have nothing to like. I don't say it all. Like I see people commenting on YouTube videos and TikToks, and I'm like, do you really take that much time out of your day to say something bad? Like, bro, how do you do that? Like, if you really think that, just leave it to yourself. Like, it's not that deep. Like, I see people making incredible videos on TikTok, and people I scroll down in the comments, and they're making like little accusations and like little like terms and like sentences saying like little things that they did was wrong, or like just picking apart their video. And I'm just like, bro, like look at the content, like look at what they did, and stop being so negative. Like look at the positives.
Yeah. I mean, there's even so many accounts on TikTok for literally just to hate on people. Like I've seen multiple usernames go viral on multiple videos because of their rude remarks and these mean things that they say. And it's like everybody is like, "Oh, bullying's bad, equality, all this stuff," but I feel like people don't actually feel that way because they'll be like, "Yeah, like it's mean to do that to somebody," but then we'll comment like means it doesn't make sense to me, you know what I mean? Like
They do it like in a term where it benefits them, but once it doesn't benefit them, it's a problem.
Yeah. Literally, it's hypocritical people. This is how it is. This is what we've gone into. So,
but would you say that like cloud chasing and stuff like that like hurts your career or hurts people like be trying to become an artist, or like what would be like kind of like the hardest part of becoming an actress and renown, I would say?
I mean, it's how would you say this? I mean, my mom has always told me the people you surround yourself with, you become. So it's kind of like when it comes to people like clout chasing and only clinging on to a certain person because of their industry, I feel like that can because of their career, not industry. Blah, my brain. I feel like that can definitely mess up what you're doing. Like how do you say this? Like what you're thinking, how you're processing, how hard you're working. You can really get off track because like just because of the type of people they are. Like if they're cloud chasers and they really just want to have fun with you and take pictures with you so other people can see it, so you guys are going out more often instead of working and doing all of that stuff. Like you need friends that are going to motivate you. So if you have people around you who are clout chasers and only using you to like go out and have an image, those are not the people you should have around because you're not going to have a career.
100%.
Like I had to learn the hard way because I had people, some really bad people surrounding me that I thought were my friends and they weren't. And the moment I let them go, oh my God, like everything fell into place.
Feels good.
And like I was working hard 2 months, boom, booked my acting job. You know what I mean? Like flew out to LA. And it's kind of, you got to be motivated. You got to be motivated to be a good person and just really concentrate on yourself first before you concentrate on others. Like having friends is very important, but when you put your friends before yourself, your career is going down the drain.
We literally just talked about this last podcast. Some people think it's being selfish. It's not. Like it's okay to be self-reserved sometimes. Like I was in a relationship for 2 years and I was always focused on my friends. I was focused on my girlfriend, and that was my main focus. Like I like gave up on a lot of things just because I lost my focus, and that was no one else's fault but mine.
Exactly.
But after that, like this time, it's given me so much time to just focus on myself and really develop as a person and mature. Hence why I'm where I am now, because I've had that entire 6 to 8 months to really sit there and just go, what do I want to do? Why do I want to do it? How do I feel? What do I feel? Just completely reevaluate my entire life and just change course and really get out there and go for what I want. But I mean that it changed everything. Like even my friends right now, like the people that I'm friends with are not the same people that I was friends with last year. Like not everyone that I'm friends with, people like him who have a job, who have stuff going for them. A realtor. I got my buddy Joey,
I'm a real estate agent.
who's going somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. I didn't even know that.
I know. I kept on
So
that
we all got little
DL,
side
but-
things. Yeah, people like Joey, who's going to be a firefighter, and he's got his whole life planned out. I mean, the man's got a lot of business. Shout out Joey, I love you, buddy. And we got him.
We'll meet soon, Joey.
What up, Joey? No.
We got Mark, who's out in Atlanta. I mean, I'm not going to go out here and name all my friends, but basically, long story short, all my friends are people like me. Like, they're doing what they want to do, and they love what they do.
Yeah.
So,
And look at you now.
Yeah.
I mean, you're working hard doing this podcast. I mean, I've seen you grind. Oh my God. Like, even before, like when we first started being friends and you kind of had like all these different YouTube channels and like trying out different things, like, don't think that I forgot about that. Like, I've seen your grind for almost like 3 years now? I don't even know how long we've known each other at this point. But it's like, I mean, you got to have friends that understand that sometimes you have to focus on yourself and take that time in order to become the person that you are now. You know what I mean?
100%. Couldn't agree anymore. I feel like everything happens for a reason. So I feel like when you lose certain people in your life and when you're really down bad and you're all alone, I feel like that's time where you just focus on yourself and get in your lane.
I feel it's really self-preservation.
100%.
Like I said last podcast, you gotta take care of the shit before you take care of the passengers.
Oh, 100%. Couldn't agree anymore. I feel like definitely you're not supposed to meet certain people. You're not supposed to get certain things until you're ready for them. Hence why I'm alone right now and I'm doing my own thing. And I feel like once I'm completely developed, then I'll be somewhere farther off when it comes to being like, somewhere in college where I want to be, or somewhere in my career where I want to be, or somewhere in a relationship. I feel like I'll be there when I'm ready. So
that's literally me. That's exactly my same like mindset, I guess you could say. I don't know, whatever. Guys, sorry, it's kind of late. I've been working all day.
I don't find a lot of people that think like I do, so it's good. It's good to see at least someone understands where I'm coming from.
I mean, it's crazy. It's incredible actually that we're like-minded people.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best. That's the people you should be surrounded with. I mean,
because really, like, I wouldn't have this opportunity to talk to you if my boy didn't put me on. You feel me? Yeah. So like, like you surround yourself in a spirit of people, and then eventually someone in the spirit is gonna be like, "Yo, bro, I seen you doing your thing. Yeah. Hop on this opportunity." Know, and like, I know you had an opportunity as well to go to the Music Choice Awards.
Not wait, which one?
Tell me.
So
You tell
I
me.
had-
She's like, how many
Okay, well,
was she invited to?
because there was Radio Disney Music Awards, which was the first one I got to go to, which I wasn't even established as an artist then. I actually got invited because of like I'm gonna be so honest. Like I'm not the type of person to lie to make me seem better. Like I was literally there just as an extra, like a plus one to watch how Radio like Disney went down, and like I went with my mom and my best friends. It was fun. And it was kind of crazy actually because at that time when I was going, I was still auditioning for Disney because I was pretty young, and I was like on the backside because like there's the red carpet in the front with all the photographers, and then there's like a backside of the red carpet with like this wall, and there's like fans there in the stands, and they were like, they thought I was Sophia Wiley. Which is this girl, like, I don't know if you know who she is, but she's like kind of big on TikTok now. But shout out to her because yeah, so she's on Andy Mack. We actually auditioned together for that show. I'm pretty sure it's like between me, her, and another person. And like that's where I met her, right? So it was really funny going to Radio Disney Music Awards, like that TV show was already released. And like people were thinking that I was Sophia Wiley. They were like, "Can I have her autograph?" And I'm like, I'm in the most basic outfit ever, like not doing anything special. And it was just hilarious. But that was
Did you go
really
with it, or did you tell them that you weren't her?
I just walked away. I just
would've
literally
went with
walked
it.
away with my
I
manager.
would've
I was
done the
like,
joke.
yeah, because like I don't want anybody to figure out that I wasn't actually Sophia Wiley. Like that'd be so messed up.
Like, yeah, what's good, guys? Thanks for supporting.
I would have done it with my name though. You know.
Yeah, sign your name.
They're like,
Hey, what's this?
What's this?
I mean, if I put my name and they're like, "You're not Sophia Wiley," be like, "I know." No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't have done that. I kind of just waved and walked away because it was really awkward. But I haven't been to Music Choice Awards yet, unfortunately. I'm sorry to misinform you. I know there's some complicated things. Yes. Yes. It's going to happen one day. But the one thing I did do, I did get an interview with Music Choice, which was really cringy, in my opinion. I think it was really cringy because it was my first like on video interview. They were like, I didn't see the questions before. They were just throwing them at me. And I'm like, they're like, who's your favorite artist? I'm like, Beyonce. I'm like, what kind of typical answer is that? Like everybody's favorite singer is Beyonce. You know what I mean? So it was just really funny, like going back and watching those things like at the beginning of my career where I was just like, yeah, just be more honest with what you're thinking, Kayden, because you could tell it's fake. But it was just it was funny.
It seems like some basic question. I mean, not like the questions we're asking on here. I mean, I think our questions are pretty articulate. I mean, for example, not to branch too far off that, but for young kids looking to be singers or actresses or just anything or make it big in the industry, what do you recommend to them when it comes to like following their dreams or just getting started on their path?
Perfect your craft. Like literally, if you want to take something seriously, like if you want to take acting or singing seriously, for instance, it is 100% of your energy. It's not like 50. You can't do all of that. Like if you really want a full long career in music and acting, it takes over your whole life, even your social life. So it's like all I have to say to those people is perfect your craft, practice and keep going. If that's for acting, but if it's for music, keep writing, keep getting inspired, keep listening to music that you love, because it's like I've seen so many people who want to be something, and like I see at the beginning of their career, they're doing so well, they're being themselves, and then they get off of track. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they get off track and kind of turn into something that's either not them or something else. But that's what I'm saying. Like, do something that you actually like, that you're happy about, and you're exactly, and be passionate about it, because people are going to see that in your art. People are going to see that in your work, how much you care about it and how much work you've put into that. You know what I mean? 100%. So that's all I can really give to somebody, because, I mean, it's also chance. It's a lot about luck as well.
Be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. And it's like, if you, especially with acting, oh my God, it's such luck. You know what I mean? Because I remember I did this, I'm still doing this animated film. I can't really say anything about it. Can't tell you anything about it actually, but it was really funny because I was in a parking lot, was doing the audition on my phone, sent it in. I think like a few weeks go by, they're like, oh, we love Kayden so much, like let's have her. This was during COVID, not to mind you, and they needed somebody in LA, like locally. So they were like, oh yeah, okay, so you didn't get it, right? So then a few months go by, like I'm still practicing, I'm doing all that I can do and just doing all these auditions, like recording music, whatever. And they call, they're like, hey, turns out we love you and you're gonna be the lead in this movie.
Wow.
So it's like, and it's an animated film too, so it's really, yeah, and it was just something that's like anything that you do, you really just have to practice, and it's all about luck. Because the fact that that happened, like they had somebody come in LA and do the voice for her, and they were just like, it doesn't fit. And they called me, they were like, yep, it's you. And I've been doing it ever since for like almost a year and a half now, almost two. So that's all I can really say. It's just 50% luck, 50% hard work. That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, kind of went off there, but it's like,
No, it's good. I get it. Like you gotta be not just like it is luck, but you have to be in the right place at the right time, and you have to be ready for that. So if you're not ready and you're in that place, you're not gonna get the role. But if you prepare for it and you are ready, then once that opportunity presents itself, you're gonna get it.
perfectly prepped to go ahead and take that opportunity.
exactly. And there's a lot of things in the industry as well that, like, especially for a person when it's their first time. If anybody's watching this right now and they want to be a singer or an actor, actress, whatever, if anybody comes up to you and says, I want to represent you, give me a few $1,000s. Do not do that. Like, these people in the industry, they work for you. So if you want to be an actor, singer, and somebody comes up to you and they're like, hi, I would like to take 5-10% of whatever you're going to make off of this movie or off of this song, like, that's how you do it. Because I've seen so many people like want to do this, get ripped off, have no clue what they're doing, and it just turns into a whole mess. You know what I mean? And then you never end up getting to the point that you really want to do, and you just give up. Does that make sense? So it's just really,
Get frustrated.
yeah,
Get scammed.
yeah. I mean, at the beginning of my career, it was hard to find the right people,
I get it. It takes time.
like, to represent me and myself as an artist. So it's really, you gotta keep an eye out and you gotta see the red flags. That's all I'm gonna say to people who are starting off. Like,
Well, we're gonna have to cut
Yeah.
time close, but basically, tell the audience where they can find you, what platforms, and we'll put, like your Instagram.
oh my gosh,
YouTube,
you can find me on everything pretty much. I mean,
Apple Music. I mean, what's your?
yeah, Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, I'm pretty sure. No, that's a lie. Not SoundCloud. So Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, pretty much most platforms you can find me
on
on.
top of her head, please, Charlie.
On top of my head. And yeah, that's it.
So,
I mean,
you heard it here first, guys. Look out for her. I mean, she
Look
could
out.
be the next big thing. So
Yep.
go ahead and
Well, Sophia, it was no, really. Well, Kayden, it was a pleasure having you. Like always, you guys, should be plugged up, and look forward to having you next topic, next activity coming up.
Yeah, of course.
It's a
This is
pleasure.
great.
Very,
I love this.
very,
The longest
very
ever
much
went. So
so.
hopefully, for whoever's still watching, we love you guys, and please hit that subscribe
Yeah.
button, turn on those post notifications, give us a thumbs up, comment down below, do whatever. Please help us out. We love all the support you guys give us. And yeah.
And remember, don't forget we on the set. So like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, sir, skis.